So what's going on, guys? It's Captain America. Hope you guys are well, and thank you so much for coming onto this channel. So, as always, starting off with the match stats for this game, we did win 5-0. I'm glad that we kept a clean sheet, especially as we had 10 shots in total versus 6 from the opposition. We did have 56% possession overall, which was great as we were looking at controlling the ball, pressing as much as we can, which you'll see in this video. We did put the goalkeeper as well as the defence under pressure a lot of times, which resulted in mistakes from their end, which is something that we do as per our gameplay. I had a 7.0 match rating. I had 3 possessions won, 0 lost, 1 tackle made at 0%. But just in general, it was a great performance from our side. Man of the match was X, so well done to him for 1 goal and 1 assist. GG's. And generally the way that we played, as mentioned, it's high pressing football, counter-attacking, and again the team did make many mistakes because of the way that we were pressing so much as a team. And in general, the team that we had was a lot of trialists as well that we had playing with us, and again we did have a full 11. Just to give you a quick update on the lineup side of things, so we had Laz as the goalkeeper, we had Andy as the right back, myself and Sergio, centre back partnership again, and then we had Thiago as a left back. Central defensive midfielder, we had Begovic, and then Khalil and Sliv as the central midfielders. We had TP as the cam, and then Gengar and X as the strikers. Again, very strong performance from our side. The first goal was done by Sergio, the centre-back. He was playing as, let's say, the first goal was very much attacking-minded. He did miss the header, but then rebounded and scored the goal straight after. Second goal from TP to Khalil. Again, good ball and the counter-attacking football from that. Gengar goal was a rebound from the shot from X3 for the third goal. Fourth goal was great. Again, goalkeeper distribution was very key from this trialist, and he played very well with his distributions in general for the game. His throwing as well as kicking, in general allowed us to play much more higher and counter-attack as quickly as possible. So well done to the goalkeeper. And then X pressing for the final goal for the fifth, which allowed the mistake from the goalkeeper literally on the goal line, and we scored the fifth goal. So again, a great performance from the boys. Do enjoy the gameplay as such. Feel free to leave your thoughts and feedback on how you thought the game went and areas that we could improve as a team as well. And as always, if you are interested in a friendly, we are a PC playing team. Unfortunately, with crossplay, we can't play against console teams, but any PC teams out there that want a friendly, feel free. And we do look at full 11 ideally, as we look at progressing into the Pro League side of things and preparation in advance for that. But yeah, guys, so just talking about what we're going to be discussing in today's topic. So we got PSG versus Nantes that played yesterday. A great result for PSG, but again, it's a case where they're expected to win. It was a final game that they did play. The lineup that they went for was very strong from what I saw. I did see the highlights of the game as well. But again, it is expected for PSG to be winning these trophies within the domestic side of things. The main focus for PSG at the moment is to see what they could do in the European stage. They haven't won the Champions League. They've had so many different managers, such as like Unai Emery, you had Tuchel, you had Pochettino, and now you've got the new manager, Galtier. Galtier has come from clubs, which for me I think is a great decision from PSG side of things. They usually go for individual managers that have played for like well-known clubs and done very well in general in terms of performance. But again, they haven't really done much in the European side of things. Yes, these managers have won domestically either the league or the domestic cups as such, but the ambition that PSG have is to win the Champions League. Similar to the Man City side of things, they've won everything domestically, but the trophy that they haven't won is the European side of things. But just to give you a quick update on the new manager and, the way that he is. So Galtier has been managing the teams, let's say, the likes of Saint-Etienne, you've got Lille, you've got Nice just recently, and now he's moved to PSG. His average win has been around 50% for each of these teams. And again, like great performance from his side, because he did win the Coupe de Ligue 2012 and 2013 with Saint-Etienne. Lille won one of the major cups over recent times, in the Ligue 1. They did beat PSG to get that. And then, of course, his most recent result with Nice, runners-up within the Coupe de France. And again, individually, he's been a great manager, domestically with the teams that he's been managing. He reminds me of like Ranieri, for example, managing these, not low fiddle clubs as such, but, these mid-table clubs and doing well with them. individual accolades. He's got 2018, 2019, same with 2020 to 2021 season. He was the League One manager of the year. So again, I think it's a great opportunity for PSG to try a different manager completely, not let's say a world-renowned name as such. But again, I think it's going to be an exciting, time for PSG as they look at evolving and doing what they can as a team. The lineup that he started off with for the final was more of a lineup where it was 3 at the back, and then you got 4 in midfield and then 3 at the front. The lineup that they had was very strong as well. You've got the likes of Donnarumma in goal. You've got Ramos, Marquinhos and Kimpembe, as centre-backs, which was a very strong lineup as defence. And then, of course, you got Hakimi, right wing-back, and then Mendes as a left wing-back as well. You got Verratti as well as Ferreira, central midfielders. And then, unfortunately, because Mbappe had many yellow cards or something, he couldn't play the final. So they had Sarabia that started off, and then Messi and Neymar as well. But again, strong performance from them, 4-0. But again, the question for PSG is going to be, yes, they're going to be winning or guaranteed to win all of these domestic trophies and domestic league. But it's going to be very interesting to see how they perform on the big stage in the European side of things. Similar to Man City, they haven't done well. They haven't really progressed as far as possible, during the Champions League side of things. But it's going to be, one team to watch maybe, especially with the new manager that they have now and the style that they're going to be playing. I think it's one to watch. But again, I don't see them winning the Champions League. I think it's either going to be Liverpool, Bayern or Real Madrid winning it this season. Maybe Barca will have a good shout, but again, they need to pay their salaries for the players. De Jong hasn't been paid since COVID times, but that's just a fact around them. But the goals that were being scored against Nantes, again, it was very good goals. Messi, the first goal that he scored, again, was a Messi type of dribble. It deflected, Neymar did pass, it deflected off the defender, and Messi was right through. But again, he passed or dribbled away from the goalkeeper and shot through. Then you've got Neymar that scored as well from a free kick. Again, a great free kick from his side of things. Lafont that plays for Nantes is a good goalkeeper. He's always been like a wonder kid. Always Lafont. And it's surprising that he hasn't moved over to a bigger club. But again, Neymar's free kick was great. And then you've got Sergio Ramos being Sergio Ramos. Such a goal-scoring achievements that he has with Real Madrid and generally within his career. So it's good to see him scoring again for PSG. But my question is going to be for PSG, what are they going to do with the manager if he doesn't win the Champions League? Again, he's done fantastic overall. He's won so many different accomplishments within his, let's say, career as a manager. But it's going to be a cycle again if it's going to be a case where they're not going to win the Champions League or whatever the case is, the European title. Is it going to be a circle around where they're going to go, have new managers on the roll, or are they going to trust this individual manager, Galtier, and, keep him there for the long run? He had the opportunity to maybe purchase Ronaldo, but again, that's going to be for a season or two. But I don't know. I think let's see what happens with PSG. I think they've got a great team, very similar to the Real Madrid Galacticos as such, with individual players being very, world class as such within their position. So I think it's going to be, again, I don't know. Let's see what happens with PSG. I think they're going to falter around the quarterfinals. Or even semi-finals. I don't see them winning the Champions League this season or even next season, but again, one to watch for them. But do let me know your thoughts on PSG and where you feel that they're going to be within the Champions League side of things. I know guaranteed that they're going to be winning the French League as well as other domestic trophies, but where do you think PSG will be positioned or knocked out, or do you think they're going to win the Champions League for this season? It'll be good to get your thoughts. And yeah, guys, just talking about other, let's say, topics, PSG side of things moving away now. We got the transfers. Again, the transfer market is booming. We got literally this weekend, we've got the first Premier League game. Finally, we've got football back. But it's going to be interesting to see how they play and the lineups during the winter side of things as we got the World Cup in Qatar. But again, very excited to have the Premier League start again, and the way I'm going to be doing my videos is going to be analysis on matches and the highlights based on those, and just my general thoughts on how the teams played and players as well. But just talking about transfers then, so the left back Cucurella has been a talk of discussion for the likes of Man City and now Chelsea. Chelsea are now in advanced talks with Cucurella from Brighton. It's just going to be a case, this decision, if he wants to go to Man City or Chelsea. He has requested a request to move away from Brighton. He had a fantastic season for them last year. And, you know, it's going to be, I think he may move over to Chelsea or even Man City if they hijack the bid. But again, they don't want to go over the value that they first placed or put down. They just think it's a bit too much, the value that Brighton want from him. But again, Chelsea with their money and having their pants pulled down from a number of transfers that Barca has stolen from them, it's just going to be a case of Chelsea are going to push for the signing and actually get him over across the line and have him as a Chelsea player. But, you know, as a replacement for Brighton, they are looking at Angelino, who is an ex-Man City player who plays at he plays at Red Bull Salzburg. And I've mentioned in my previous videos as well, like these Red Bull clubs are just absolutely insane with the talent that they have and the prices that they sell these players at. You've got the likes of Mane that's come from here. You've got, you know, Keita for Liverpool. You've got, or even like, who's that Hungarian? I never know how to say his name, but there's a Hungarian midfielder, again, wonder kid for them. They've got such really good individual players. And now you've got the likes of Sesko, 19-year-old, that's being rumoured for the likes of United, Chelsea, as well as Newcastle. They have put a 45 million valuation for him, Sesko, so it's just going to be really interesting to see if he does make a move, if he's going to be staying at, let's say, the club, or if he's going to be moving away to the likes of United, who are looking at advanced talks with him, or even the likes of Chelsea or Newcastle. But again, the Red Bull clubs and the way that they do these transfers and the players that they have are just absolutely insane. I know all about the history about these Red Bull clubs, and a lot of fans aren't really happy about it, especially the German fans with Leipzig. But again, the way that they manage and they do business is just phenomenal, especially the crop of players that come from them and the inter-transfers that they make within these Red Bull clubs. I've mentioned it, you know, with Aronson, for example, you know, coming from like the States and moving across to like Salzburg or Leipzig, one of them. So yeah, so I think, you know, it's going to be a great opportunity to see if Angelino will move across and seeing how that goes along. And then, of course, we've got Jota that's just signed a long-term contract with Liverpool. 25 years old, you know, great season for him. When we did purchase him from Wolves, he wasn't, let's say, an out-for-out goal scorer. You know, people were questioning Liverpool, you know, for the likes of why we signed him compared to, let's say, Neto or even Jimenez. But again, Jota has proven, similar to like other players at Liverpool, whenever we do acquire them, that, you know, the philosophy that we have entailed at Liverpool is great. And, you know, his goal scoring, both from headers as well as shooting, has been great for Liverpool. And again, it's a long-term agreement that we have with him, and it's a player that we want to keep for a while. He could operate from the left side of things or even central. So, no, I'm glad that we have Jota now locked in, and as well as other players as well, such as like Gomez as well. Joe Gomez has been insane in training. It's just unfortunate with him whenever he does get injured. But again, fairly young and a great little prospect for the future too, as maybe a rotational player. You know, we do have Konate as well as Van Dijk is now aging as well. So let's see what happens with, let's say, the likes of Gomez. And then, let me just see. And then, of course, you got like Schmeichel moving across to Nice and Leicester City as well. You know, they had so many injuries last season. Now they've got like the injured players now reverting back into the lineups. It's just going to be a case now if Brendan Rodgers or Leicester City in question can keep their star players. You know, Schmeichel's 35 years old. He's been at Leicester City for nearly over 10 years now. I think it was 11 years when I was reading it. You know, a club legend at Leicester City. He's done so much with Leicester City, as well as the owners and the relationship that he has with the fans, the club in general. You know, it's a sad time when, you know, they had the helicopter accident, you know, with the owners, but the son has done very well in owning the club and doing what he can with the legacy that the owners left it. And, you know, it's sad to see Schmeichel leave, but I do see him coming back in the future to support, maybe on the board level or so, at Leicester City. He's always going to be a club legend, and, you know, it's sad to see him leave, but again, his form hasn't been great over the past seasons. It has dipped, but he's moving over to Nice now, and let's see what replacement that Leicester City do as a goalkeeper. But again, talking about Leicester City and retaining some key talents, you got Fofana for the likes of Chelsea being rumoured to purchase him. You got Tielemans as well, Arsenal being rumoured, as well as other clubs too. You've also got Maddison now being bidded for Newcastle, want to acquire him. So it's just going to be a case of can they retain these key talents? But yeah, guys, we are coming to the end of the video. Do share your thoughts and your feedback on how the transfers are going, who you think is going to be the main, let's say, team for PSG within the qualifications, or where they're going to be in the league side of things. But yeah, guys, thank you and bye-bye.